FOMC. What's up, everybody? We're going live just before FOMC. Today's going to be a big day, which will determine how the market moves for the next couple weeks. And we are going to get started. So there's some big news from PayPal integrating Metamask, which I think is just huge. And it brings utility and it brings more users into crypto as a whole. Also, I'm not sure how it'll work, but it says users will be able to buy and transfer Ether from PayPal to MetaMask. So if you potentially have a balance on PayPal, you can convert it to Ether and send it to your MetaMask, which is just huge. And you can do vice versa, I'm assuming, moving your ETH into your PayPal so people have a clear way to cash out of their crypto if you didn't have one already. So FOMC is going down and it is going to be very important. It starts in a few minutes, and then we'll have at 2:30 the Chair Powell news conference, I think, as I mentioned, which will determine how the market's going to move. And if you guys don't know what to look for, this is kind of just a quick summary from Tree of Alpha. So playbook in short, 25 bips is one of the easiest longs you'll ever get, very unlikely. 50 bips is a no trade zone, mostly because price action will be heavily influenced by the words used around the release. And then 75 bips is very easy to short. Don't trade if you're not comfortable with volatility, as you might see wicks to both sides, and you don't want to get caught up in there. Especially if you have a tight stop loss. So we'll move into ETH now, and where I think it's heading. Before I do so, this is our last video, which I mentioned ETH is going to pump into $1,500. There's an ad. So just give me a second. The price of ETH was approximately $12.75, and now we're at $13.35. We're moving into the same target. I still have the same target. The last video was on a large time frame. We worked from the monthly to the weekly to the daily. Right now, we're going to kind of just focus on the daily. We're on the weekly right now. I do see a huge descending triangle. So I'm going to show you why I think we're moving into 1500. I'm going to go into some of the analysis, and I removed everything so you guys can see from fresh. So right now we are in a huge descending triangle. You can see here is the support. We're making clear lower highs, and you can see how we got rejected from the 200 weekly MA. And if we move into the 1550 range, we have huge resistance from the 200 MA, from the trend line right here, and then from the previous lower high as well, which went up as high as 1684. I don't think we see that soon. I do think we will get rejected from here, and maybe we trade back down to the 11 or 1200. So let's get into the daily. On the daily, we're breaking above the moving average right here. This isn't the greatest wick. This right here, what we're seeing right now, I think that we may potentially trade down with the FOMC, and we might see that live. I am trying to go quick because the Morocco game, Morocco versus France, starts in a couple minutes, I think in 1 minute. So I don't think this live will be bumping because probably a lot of people are going to watch soccer. So this is kind of the support that I'm kind of looking for if we were to break down right now. As I mentioned, this candle isn't the greatest. You can see we thrust it up, and we are seeing a lot of sell pressure right now. If we look on the 4-hour, I just want to take a look at it. Yeah, not the greatest candle. We do have a bullish cross right here, a golden cross. So I could definitely see this coming back down 1300, 1255 range, and that's where I would be buying. That's where I would be going long. As I mentioned, if you are not prepared for volatility or experienced, you don't trade days like today, you don't trade a news day, you let it happen, and then you evaluate the price action, and then you enter if you're comfortable, if you see a setup like that. So seeing pull back into, and you can see we broke this beautiful continuation pattern where we pumped up over resistance, which I had which is right here. You can see resistance, 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 support. So we broke above it. came back down, and then pushed up. This, you can use it, you can call it a continuation flag, a bull flag, whatever you're comfortable with. So beautiful, came back into this turned support, resistance turned support, and then we broke above the moving average. With the announcement going live right now, I do think we will see a dump back into this area. Maybe it's just a wick, maybe from the 1250 to the 1300 range, and that's an area I'll be buying. But going back to the larger picture as well, we did break over the 50 RSI. The weekly, though, you can see how it's kind of just, we've been in a huge downturn. And last time I saw this on, I believe it was Bitcoin, and it broke above this. So I would have to see it break above on over the 50 RSI and get a confirmed break. We exploded in price, even though there's so much bearish sentiment right now. A lot of people thought we were going to go back under 1,000. We were going to return 1,000, and now we're 30% higher, and it looks like we're just going to continue. So this is kind of what I have in mind right here, where we bounce into the 1500s and then potentially come back to the 1200 region. I don't think we will test 1,000 unless we get some very bearish news over the next coming months. If Binance was to become insolvent and just some, black swan events, but I just don't think we are gonna give a lot of people are waiting with cash under 1,000 for that 3 digits. ETH, they had that opportunity, and I think they're thinking it's going to come back. I'm not too sure of that, but I am really targeting this 1,500 area. I'm really looking for it, and I want to see how we react to it. The moving average will be there. The trend line's there. If we use the fibs as well, it's kind of perfect with this 61.8 area or the 78.6. So I'll have to be watching it very closely before making a trade. And if you can see, the moving average would be like perfectly around that area as well. This was, we didn't reach it here. We didn't actually reach it on any of the pumps. And it was a sell, lower high. And this could be, so we're putting in clear lower highs, clear lower high, clear lower high. And we probably will put in another lower high unless we break this trend line and then move into an uptrend, which I don't think is likely as well. I still think we range for a little bit. So I will probably sell around the 15. If we dump right now into the 1250, into the 1300 range, I'll be looking for a long or just to accumulate a little bit more ETH because I'm expecting us to bounce back up. I mean, I don't have the time to listen to the FOMC right now. I probably shouldn't have went live right now, but I wanted to get this video in before FOMC. I wanted to give my thoughts while it's happening and not just kind of, review it as a play-by-play after the fact, because I want to get you guys prepared. I'm back trading. If anybody wants to trade live with us, anybody wants to join the challenge, join the Discord. We are going to be trading, and regardless of a bear market, regardless of a bull market, we're here to make some gains, and we will do so. So Bitcoin, let's take a look. It's at 18.3. I'm just going to turn over to Bitcoin right now. It is pumping a little bit. Actually, it's dumping a little bit right now. So, and we're seeing ETH, right now. ETH is taking a hit. Probably sell the news right now. And as I mentioned, I still have my areas that I'm looking for, which would be the 13 to 1250, 13 more to the 1237 range. And I'll be watching if I can scoop some cheap Ethereum for a move to the upside. If we switch to ETH BTC now, this has been kind of stagnant for a few months now, looking for a move to the upside. If we don't get a move to the upside, if we don't break these highs right here, then I'm looking for us to get rejected here, for us to trade here, pull in back, and then come back down like we did, test these lows. And if so, I will sell around here back into BTC, whatever ETH I have, I'll turn it into BTC, and then I'll buy back on the support. Now, if we do break up to the upside and then retest this, I'll be looking to add more ETH exposure against my Bitcoin. If we go to the total crypto market cap, we had the low of like 750 billion, and now we're testing the daily EMA right here. I think if the crypto market continues to move, we will see us get back up to the 1 trillion area, and that coincides with the moving average here. So this will also be an area like Bitcoin and like Ethereum where we have the potential to create a lower high where we're going to see massive resistance. So it's kind of the view I have, where we're going to pump up a little bit. Despite what happens today, we'll pull back. It's normal. We're not going to just green dildo it, especially with the type of market we're in right now. So that is my quick view on Ethereum. I just wanted to share with you guys. I'll be updating this more frequently, especially when we get closer to the $1,400 and $1,500 ranges. We can take a look at price action together. Make sure to join the Discord. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're back on the daily videos. If you want to see any certain type of content, post it below. If you want to see any type of specific coin or specific setup, we can do that as well. And as I mentioned, we are trading every day now. So let's get together, a couple eyes and minds. Collaborating on looking for setups is always a good way. And it's always a great way to find things that you may have missed or may have not seen and things like that. So that's pretty much it. Wanted to do a quick video, a quick update on the ETH call that we've done and watched over the last few weeks. I still think it's going to the upside. So don't sell yet. That's not financial advice. Hope you